Me and here from IrishBoxing.com. Jamie, good evening. How are we? It's been a long time since we last talked. What's the crack?
Not a lot, Matt. Not a lot. How's things?
Good, good. I'm going to get right to. We have a November card. We have a December card. Conlan Boxing is busy for the next few months. Paddy McCoy is back. How is he? First off,
He's good. Um, he had a good long break and a reflection process after Berlanga to see where he wanted to go with his career. And I had that kind of honest conversation that you need to have after a long career. He's actually not had a long professional career, but the hard yards been put in over the years.
hmm.
And then after the first defeat of his career, and he sat down and
Hmm.
took some time out, dipped his toe back in, slowly but surely came around and realized that the body wants to go, the head wants to go, and it's the right time to still keep going. So he's good. It's been good to see the process then, the transition process coming from being a bit of normality, putting the weight on, getting it off, and then coming back in the back into that professional fighter mode and really getting knuckled back in. And he's all firing all cylinders, looking great. Great sparring with Joe Ward, great preparation for Leonard Carrillo. So it's good. He's first time ever headlining in the SSC Arena. He's headlining in the Falls Park. He's went over and headlined in Florida, but being in the SSC Arena, another first on the bucket list for Paddy McCoy.
It's something special, to headline your hometown arena. But I remember after the Balanga fight, he was talking about retirement. How close was he to actually cutting it off? What was it that made him come back for one more go?
It's the hunger. Like if the hunger's not there, you shouldn't do it, and that's kind of what I'd said to him. I knew straight away from my own personal experience that I was done after losing the German and Cast. I was finished. The hunger wasn't there. There was offers on the table, and I just didn't do it. Parties that the hunger was there. It was there. When you have that hunger, the drive to get up in the morning to keep going, the drive to kind of continue to try and be world champion, the drive to trying to go on, putting your body through what needs to be done in a training camp, you will know right and quickly if it's still there or not, because if the hunger is not there, you will cut the corners, you will not be able to do it, and you'll be able to just be lying to yourself. And Paddy's a very honest guy, so he wouldn't be able to lie to himself in that regards, and it was all hunger. He knew straight away it was the hunger.
We seen Edgar Berlanga go on and face the man himself, Canelo Alvarez. Was that in the plans at all? If that win came about for Paddy McCoy, just to face Canelo after, or was that in the plans?
On the day of the fight, yeah, we got told the winner will be mandatory to fight Canelo, number one, to fight Canelo, and the next line will be Canelo. I think it was the day of the fight, or the day of, it was one of the days when we were in Florida. It was something discussed prior to it with Matchroom in the contract. And then it went completely quiet. And then on the week, we had kind of an agreement in place that, yeah, next one line will be fighting for Canelo.
November. I'm just looking at it here. The likes of Kurt Walker, Robbie Davis Jr., Matty Boland, Colin Murphy. Let's get into it. How excited, first off, for you for this November card?
There's a few fights that really stand out for me. The kind of I'm very excited about. I'm
Mm.
excited about Kurt. Rudy Garcia's no mug. I think it's easily Kurt's hardest fight to date, but it's his biggest test. It's a fight that he's going to be under pressure from the first minute. Mexican American Rudy Garcia, highly ranked around the gyms over there as well. There is a lot of talk that this can be a potential banana skin for Kurt Walker. Coming off his first loss is Rudy, and his only loss, it's some. So again, we spoke about Paddy
Yeah,
coming off a loss.
yeah.
What you then you find out the realization how much you want this. We might see the best Rudy Garcia, which is a worry from our end, but in that regard, the best really usually brings it. The best opponent usually brings it the best in Kurt Walker, and that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for Kurt to go out there, put on a show, make a statement. Both sides of the Atlantic, the benefit of working with pro box is this gets shown both sides around the world, but it gets highlighted very highly in the states because of how highly regarded pro box TV and the fights that they produce on in America on the Wednesday night fights is. But for Kurt, this is a massive opportunity for him to put down a statement in the SEC arena in the featherweight division. So it's one I'm really excited for. I think it's a fantastic clash of styles. It's the box puncher against an non-stop aggressive puncher in Rudy Garcia. So I'm really excited about that. Robbie Davis Jr. was against Javier Fortuna. Fortuna's been in with Ryan Garcia. He's mixed it at really world level. Robbie has been there and is coming off a Fighter of the Year contender with Sergey Lipnitz. I think we're in for a barn burner between them two. And from an Irish boxing perspective, Farrell Kerr was our Fight of the Year.
Yeah.
I think for our Irish Fight of the Year.
I agree, Jamie. I agree.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get. It's just going to continue where we left off in the Ulster Hall. I think the 10 rounds probably suits Kerr more than it does Rudy. I don't know about that, but I generally think it's closer than people are giving. I think people are really, me included, I've jumped on the Rudy Farrell train. I'm a big fan of Rudy. I'm a big fan of him and his team and what they're doing. But Conor Kerr has went off and has got revenge on his mind, and it's like the Rocky, the Clubber Lang factor. He's off really in incognito.
Yeah.
And his whole set focus has been on Rudy Farrell. Rudy has been focusing on Gerard Hughes. There's been fights getting offered in Scotland, and now he's back to Conor Kerr. But Conor Kerr is hungry and driven to do a number on Rudy. So it's a real intriguing. It'll kick off the main broadcast with ProBox. It's a chance for the both lads to get showcased around the world. And rightly so, the first fight, Irish Fight of the Year, and I think we're going to have, this one should top it. Over 10 rounds, this one should definitely top it. I think both of them will meet in the middle of the ring. No one will take a step back, and they will knock 10 lumps of shade at each other. It's a fan-friendly fan. Oh, it is all right. It is. Everybody who is going to be there or tuning in will be loving that fight. Regardless if you know who the two guys are, you will know when they leave the ring, because when they left the ring in Ulster Hall, people were in consistent admiration for both of them, and I think they will continue to do so. Matty Boreland on the undercard is his first kind of real step as a pro. A fight that I've asked Ian Cochran that thinking it's a wee bit too early, but they're all systems go against Colin Turnbull.
Colin Murphy against Eric Lopez.
Yeah, Eric is a great wee journeyman, but the Murph is continuing to move on. Good to see Big Tommy back in action, and he'll just rebuild in the career at this 110. The rest of the card, don't get me started on Gareth Downling. Like, I think he can really, everyone bangs a drum about Dublin and the next big thing, and you've got Pierce O'Leary, you've got Gareth Downling, you've got Thomas Carty. Do shows in fucking Dublin. Dublin is crying out for it. You have 3 fighters there who have everything you need. Every single one of them can punch like fuck, are exciting and generate massive crowds. Gareth, I'm really excited about. It's just about building with Gareth. We're exciting can be in debuts. It was unreal, fantastic debut. Really made a statement, and it really put to bed, because he was very disappointed about the last minute change of opponents, then fallout of opponent in Belfast in August. And that was kind of a real hard introduction to the professional boxing for him. But I told him, as soon as he got out of that ring in Dublin, this is why everything happens for a reason. Yeah. You are meant to make your debut here in the 3 Arena. Yeah. And just carrying on the back of that will be just another 4-rounder, building process with Gareth, trying to give him as much activity as possible, learning on the job, him and Philip Keogh, and building kind of to find out what his professional style is, because he had a long time out before he actually made his debut, and it's just about learning off that. He was very eager in his debut, but he's so exciting, man. He's going to be exciting.
Can you announce an opponent of all to us? Because I'm looking here in Box Talk, it says TBA, and obviously there's no opponent there yet.
For Gareth, we're waiting on confirmation. We've got an opponent in today, and it's just about the weight situation at the minute. Mosquera, Henry Mosquera, I think the opponent we had today. So he's agreed, but we're just trying to get the weight done a bit. He's a wee bit heavy, so just figuring out that with Gareth.
Brandon McCarthy, a man who's obviously him and Tommy Hyde know for the social media and stuff like that. But Brandon can bang, so can the jacket. But I say it's special to bring Brandon home and to bring him to Belfast.
It is indeed. Brandon's going to be kept active on this side and in Ireland, and he's been based in the US. He's still based in the US, but he needs to build his profile and build a star here in Ireland, and really kind of get his own people behind him. It's very hard for him to travel to the West Coast and the East Coast of America, but he's gonna be very active over here, Belfast. He's fighting a good 6-6 opponent, and he's got a good crate coming up. He's the numbers are coming up from Kilkenny, so it's good. And then we'll bring him after November. We'll bring him December in Waterford, and back-to-back months for Brandon, back-to-back opponents, step up in class opponents each time. It's what you want. Yeah, it's a great end of the year for Brandon. He's getting a good homecoming in Belfast, but then a closer to home in Waterford.
Talk to me. DAZN to Pro Box. Why?
Why is it's just we want to do a lot more. We're going to do one show a month with Pro Box. We're going to be consistent, and they're willing to grow with us. DAZN is still there. We're still a good relationship with DAZN. We're still competing the continuation, and there's still discussions about doing stuff in the future. We've done a solo show for them in Glasgow last month in September. No, sorry, it was October in St Andrews. So we helped DAZN lock that in, but still there. So it's just about him. But I had a conversation with Gary Jonas in this summer, end of the summer. He runs Pro Box, and I agree with everything he said and what he wants to do, and keep like fan-friendly fights with like real fighters, and kind of keeping them on a consistent basis. And that's kind of what we want to do. We want to run a show a month, hopefully 2 shows a month before the end of the first year. We want to have consistency. We want to move all around the UK, Ireland, and some mainland Europe. But yeah, we're looking at growing our stable, and Pro Box is going to help with that.
Your younger brother, MC, the Conlan Revolution, Michael Conlan. What's the story and how is he?
He's grand. He's grand. He's grand. Minute, yeah.
Just ending why? I guess why for the wait so long? Because obviously it was a while back since he last fighting. Is he coming back anytime soon? Can you give us any news, any update about Michael Conlan?
I'm not sure. He won't be this year. Definitely won't be this year.
Okay,
taking his time.
Next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year. He's taking his time and making his decision on what his next move is, and then he'll figure it out. But he's the man with the plan for that, and but he's doing the right thing. He's taking his time.
In terms of goals, is it one last run at the world title, or is it what is it?
You would have to speak to Michael on that. Okay. He would have the better kind of plan on what his goals are.
The Olympic amateurs from the 2024 Olympics, I think a fairly successful block. Is Conlan Boxing looking at anyone at the moment, and even in talks with any of the former Olympians to turn over, or has there been any talks at all from the Olympian CE lads?
I'm very I'm hot on a few of them. I think there's a lot. There was a hot prospect of there was a heap of prospects in the crowd, and yeah, there's a lot kind of to work with there, but it's up to them guys to make the decisions on when they're going to go pro and what their next move is. No one's really formally declared what they're going to do really, and speaking to one or two of the Irish team there that had just passed, and we're in a kind of a new phase, a new Olympic cycle phase, so it'll be up to them fighters to kind of make the decision. But yes, we're definitely interested in a few of them boys. Yeah.
Before the one Kelly Harrington, was there any talk of her before she said that she was going to hang up the gloves at all?
No.
Okay.
No. Just as friends. Nothing else.
Okay. Big Bang, Pierce O'Leary. He's hinted a bit of news, and myself and the lads are trying to figure out which one it is. So I'm gonna ask the question here. What's the crack of Pierce O'Leary, and how is he?
December. He's going to fight December. Just waiting on the date to be locked in.
Okay. Usyk?
No.
Okay.
He'll be on a Queensberry show in December. Yeah.
Okay. And one more.
He is hungry.
Okay.
O'Leary is hungry.
Okay.
He's a man who's aggravated. He is hungry. He's got the bit between his teeth, and he just wants to keep progressing his career in the right direction and moving forward. He wants to continue to keep active and keep the momentum moving after beating Dara Foley. So we're looking at like a statement fight as well. Yeah. So just kind of about keeping this momentum moving. He's back in the camp now. We're hoping that something can be announced. Lee and Queensberry's matchmakers tried to call while we're on this Zoom, so hopefully he has something for me. But yeah, all the big names, he's there or thereabouts. If 5v5 raises his hand tomorrow and Dalton Smith puts his hand up, Pierce Leary is straight first in line. He will jump 2-footed in for that kind of fight. Adam Mazine, yes please. All the smoke. Pierce Leary wants all the smoke.
I'm even thinking about Pierce the last fight, that he came over so much adversity, and obviously me myself and yourself are talking about the spaghetti incident, as I like to call it now. You know, he got food poisoning, he overcame it, and he got the 10 rounds. He got a win, and he is hungry. Would next year be a plan to hopefully step to that coveted world title spot?
He's still 24. Yeah, he is ranked number 16th in the world on BoxRec, yes, and we're highly ranked within Europe and some of the governing bodies. But he's still 24. The world is his oyster. If the right fate proposed itself and raised its head, yes, we would sit down and have a discussion about it. But it's just about progressing and constantly learning, both in the gym and in the ring, and getting the right kind of fights at the right kind of time. But as I said, if they propose 5v5 Queensberry versus Matchroom and there's a 140 fight on, Pierce Leary will be jumping front in the queue because he's ready to go. But there's loads of different fights out there for Pierce, loads of different fights where he can learn from. And he's only 24 years of age, like, so there's plenty of time. But if you offered him a world title fight tomorrow, he would take it. Yes.
December. McKenna, Moran. Talk to me. How did this fight get signed in, and what a fight it is? First off,
yeah, I'm actually forgetting how myself and Neil kind of started speaking about it, and then I went to Tyrone, and he says yes, 1,000,000%. So we were looking at doing something in Waterford. I spoke to Neil Power before they had the fight with Owen O'Neill. Yeah. So I'd said to Neil, listen, fight Owen, if you beat Owen, we'll look at Waterford. And he'd said, yeah, well, 100%. I said, I've seen the shows you've done down there. I really like the SETU. There'd be something there. If you bring a big fight, we could really do well. He was all for it. We didn't know the fights were going to go the way they were going to go, and Tyrone was going to lose them a moon. So we were looking at what we could do for Dylan Moran, and Tyrone McKenna said, I'm not retiring. So I said, right, well,
did that surprise you? Oh, Jamie. So no, I think Tyrone always surprises people.
Yeah.
I
know Tyrone enough not to be surprised by what decision Tyrone makes there and then, despite what I'd said to him. So he gave me the green light that we're going to retire, and then he said, "Nah, let's think." But this kind of fight, it's the only fights. He says, "Only fights that attract me, excite me, is what I'm going to do from here on." And he's currently kind of doing up his house and doing all that there. So Moran, like, you could really do something with Dylan after what happened in the O'Neill fight.
Yeah.
How quick, how explosive, how exciting he was, how well-mannered he was in the build-up, how well he held himself in the build-up. And I'm really excited about him and Tyrone. I'm really excited. We're going Bullyman, Najee, Chris Algieri, Michael, and Dylan and Tyrone. We're doing a press conference on next Tuesday in Waterford. And then we're going to do Tuesday in Waterford, and then Belfast Thursday on Halloween night. We're doing Belfast, a bit of a Q&A, I think, up in Belfast. So we're getting at the big speed. It's a fight that is a genuine crossroads fight. It's a fight that intrigues. Now, you put it to anyone who knows their boxing, and you'll get 50-50 split. You'll get, if you ask 10 people, 5 answers will be one, 5 answers will be other, and each one will have a great kind of breakdown of why they feel the fight goes that way. Dylan looks bigger, naturally, stronger. Tyrone is unbreakable at times, but the body was an issue, and I think the weight was an issue, and losing as much weight as he did last time. My daughter has just interrupted. Yes, that's her. That's a hang on. So it's that. So if Tyrone's weight is not an issue, going at
Yeah.
147,
Yeah.
then the body should be okay. And it's about bringing Dylan probably in the deep water, but Dylan carries power, as we've seen against O'Neill. Does Tyrone be able to withstand it? It's really intriguing. It's a real intriguing fight.
We're obviously here at IrishBoxing.com. We're hearing rumours of Dylan, sorry, of Senan Kelly against David Ryan. Senan Kelly, fresh off the Irish title win against Matthew Tyndall. David Ryan, last fight he fought Tony McClellan and won. Can you confirm that fight being on the card at all?
8:30. It should be announced right now as we're on the Zoom. It should be announced. If there hasn't, I need to send the chaser to get the social team to get it out there. But yes, Senan Kelly versus Dave Ram for the Irish Welterweight title. Graham McCormick and Craig McCarthy for the highly anticipated rematch that they have. But Senan and Dave, 2 undefeated, 9-0, 6-0. Fair play to both lads, putting it all on the line here. It's, I think, a great clash of styles. At 140 is intriguing. It's one of them fights where we could, I think it could be similar to Kerr Farrell, where both of them just stand in the ring and they just trade.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about it. I'm intrigued to see. We had Dave in Galway when we went to Galway with Kieran Malloy. He's able to box, but he's also able to fight. Yeah. I seen this fight against Tony and Harry came through that, and that was a big ask. But Senan has been one of them ones where under the radar he's consistently improving every time you see him.
Every single day in the gym.
He's in the gym with, well, not so much Tyrone anymore or Gary Cully anymore, but he's been in doing rounds with Gary Cully, Sean McComb, Tyrone McKenna. A lot of learning going on in Senan Kelly in the gym, where he's getting the work in there with Pete and Screamer and the boys down there, and he's constantly improving. So I'm intrigued to see how that one goes, and if Harry again takes another step forward. Matthew Tyndall was a bit man against boy, and it seemed to be a bit too early for Matthew. But Dave's a bit more of a seasoned and more well-rounded fighter than Matthew, and be able to kind of withstand probably the aggression and the physicality of Senan. So really, really intriguing fight. A fantastic fight for the Irish title.
Can you just tell us anything more about that? Because I was talking to a few of the lads, and it really is building up to be an amazing card in Waterford in December. But can you just tell us any more fights that we will be able to see live on Pro Box, or if you get your tickets that you'll be able to see at the SET? Or
the rematch alone with McCormick and McCarthy.
It's a great fight, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, great. But even the intangibles outside, Matt, hard to build up, hard to end it at the end. And the kind of the
and you've seen the aftermath the aftermath that we caught. That Sam caught at them. You were holding, you were dropped, and then the swear words and everything else, and the fingers was given. And I think, and thanks for using the promo, the clip for the promo, so we really appreciate it. But I think it's a perfect way. You start it in Waterford, and you're going to end it in Waterford. So what better way?
Exactly. Both lads on the lane, and I think they do it every time they come to the ring, and I'm excited about it. So that alone, that's the two fights you have out the minute. Kevin Cronin will go on it just in a kind of keep busy fight. He'll be coming back. We propose 1 or 2 all Irish fights as well. Waiting on to see if we can close them before the end of this week. We're hoping to kind of get the rest of the card. Brandon, if he comes through cleanly in Belfast, he'll go on it. And then we're looking at professional debut for 2 professional debuts.
Can you? I may have a clue, but can you? I'll let you.
I'll give you one, because I think he's busting my brother's balls in to kind of get in there. So Dean Walsh will make his professional debut.
There we go. That's one.
In Waterford. Dean Gonzalez Furlong will also be in Waterford. And then we'll have another professional debut in Waterford, and we're looking at 1 or 2 others, maybe big David Kennedy and stuff like that. So we're excited. There's 1 or 2 we're probably looking with Pro Box from Wales debutants and stuff as well. So we're just figuring all out at the minute to kind of put the full card together. But again, trying to keep the competitive fights really going through as much as we can, and then build prospects onto the next level to carry the shows for the future.
What's your plan for 2025? Because this year's gone in the blink of an eye. It's gone so fast. But what's some of the plans for 2025 for Conlan Boxing? Expand and grow.
Expand and grow. We hope to have confirmation of the best welterweight in the country's fight getting announced pretty soon, or getting confirmed pretty soon, for early part of next year in a co-promotional matchroom. So yeah, we're looking at that, and then expand and grow. Get the first two shows of Provox over, and then we're looking at February, March, or February in Liverpool, March, and in Ireland we're looking around with St. Paddy's Day as well.
MSG.
Yeah. MSG, Tom Loeffler is going, and I think we've got a fight on that as well.
We've seen Kevin. Kevin.
Of course, you've seen Kevin put something.
Yeah.
Of course, you've seen Kevin put something on social media.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Kevin Cronin putting something on social media.
Can you tell us anything? Because obviously, I'm going to ask the question. Can you tell us anything that is? It's a picture of Kevin Cronin at MSG. How can I not ask?
I know, but I think that, like, an hour before that, there was a picture of Emma Brennan at MSG.
Yeah, he posted. I think Kevin kind of posted back, being like, "Yeah, listen, I see you." You know, yeah. It
was a fascinating fight, a real fight, and it would be, I think, a dream for all involved if that rematch could happen in MSG.
Thomas Carty, would you like to see him over the States?
I think he's ready made for the States.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, big exciting Irish, big exciting Irish heavyweight. It's not been done before, except for the great Kevin McBride. So.
Crocker, Donovan, I know I've asked this 100 times, but I'm going to ask again. Any update? And obviously, we broke something Friday or 2 Fridays ago that it was signed, sealed, and delivered. Can you give us any update at all, Jamie, about this fight?
Verbally.
Verbally?
Okay. No, verbally, all done.
Verbally, yeah. Okay.
Matchroom will announce first quarter of next year.
Okay. Anywhere, any venue you can tease it up? Belfast, Dublin, Limerick, Belfast? Yeah. Okay.
I'm not commenting on whatever you say. So no, I'm not saying anything. But just matchroom are looking at early part of next year. Fantastic fight with the two best welterweights in the country.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It deserves to happen. It deserves to happen.
It deserves. I think they're just right now. They've both done their fights. Like, I know people were talking about after the January show to go, but they both have done their fights and learned. I think Paddy has learned a lot from the Lewis Ritson fight, which, you know, he had to come through some adversity and come through and come out the other end and get a fantastic stoppage. Croc has come through adversity, and Conor Walker and probably the British fight of the year, in a fight that was all action in an opponent's backyard with 5,000 people against you, going out on the road for the first time and feeling all that atmosphere and feeling what it's like to be away from home in the lion's den, so to say, and then have a firefight for 10 rounds is unbelievable. So both lads have came through their toughest tests, and now let's see them face each other. Win or lose, both lads will have fantastic careers. The trajectory will still go to the top. I truly believe it. And together they can really make something special. I think Staves will really make this fight a fantastic fight.
Just a quick prediction: the two lads, Crocker and Donovan, their two opponents obviously lost, and now they'll be matched again at Conor Walker against Lewis Ritson. Who do you see coming out of that fight?
Conor Walker, stoppage.
By stoppage, early rounds or
late
rounds. Keelan Cassidy, we've seen him train out with Dylan Moran. Has Conlan Boxing at all have any conversation with Keelan Cassidy about turning over?
No comment.
No comment. Okay, no comment. Listen, I have to ask the questions.
I think he's a superstar.
Yeah. Gabriel Dawson as well.
Dawson's another fantastic fighter. Yes, both superstars. I think Keelan Cassidy though is a genuine superstar. He's got it all: natural ability, talented, has got the looks, can talk, can fight, good charisma outside the ring, has a nice way with people. He's got a lot of things to like, and if he is willing and wanting to turn pro, happy to have a conversation.
Jamie, in 3 singular words, I do ask this to fighters, but in 3 singular words, what can we expect from the November and December shows? 3 singular words.
3 singular words?
Yeah, so explosive, spectacular, yeah.
Unpredictable, explosive, and exciting.
Jamie Conlan on that now as always, thank you so much for talking to IrishBoxing.com. I really appreciate your time as always.
Matt, thank you very much.